he joined, but it was probably somewhere like 20 something. Oh no,
Ah,
30
okay.
something.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
let's see, if he was in the Olympics in 36 or so, yeah, it was probably early 30s for him. Um, Thurgood Marshall,
Ooh,
he had a
that's a good
yeah,
one.
he had a pretty good run.
Shout out to Chadwick for playing Marshall. Did you see that? Did you watch Marshall?
No, but yeah, I knew he was
Okay.
the main character.
Okay.
Let's see, Jesse Owens.
Jesse Owens was an alpha.
See, now the question is, who wasn't, right?
Right. Jesse Owens.
I think I'm right about that. I'm getting old, so sometimes I've seen so many people. Everybody seems like they're part of the group after a while. Like, hey, um, Lionel Richie, brother
Lionel Richie.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good one.
Then some people that you wouldn't know who were just, locals, but really good people.
uh, Lionel Richie. How do you feel about do you have any white fraternity brothers?
Yeah, but I don't know. I know they exist.
I'm saying, how do you feel about that?
Like
How
I've
do you
seen
feel
some
about
at
it?
regionals and stuff. I have no problem with that. If you want
You
to,
think they should be able to join?
if you want to be part of the group, that's up to you. As long as you're for the same things we're for, that's fine. The rest of the group, I'm all for.
What about women?
What about women?
What about a woman joining your fraternity?
No.
No? Okay. White men, but not women.
You want men to join your sorority?
No.
I mean, if that had been an option when I was in college, I'd be like, I mean, I get to meet 30 new women right off the bat. Those Delta lines were pretty big. They weren't that big, I guess, at Xavier. Maybe more like 15.
That's funny. Okay, so I don't think we have.
So who were the ones you think of?
I like my notable deltas were always.
No, I'm thinking about alphas. No, I'm just kidding.
Alphas?
I was joking with that.
Let me think. Who was my favorite?
No, I was thinking of deltas.
Alpha. Probably my cousin. He like almost like my age.
No, really. Where did he go to college?
Actually, he went to DePaul.
No, okay. You were there together?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that must be nice.
No, it wasn't. Because when you got older,
No,
it wasn't. It wasn't. No, not at all.
My cousin started with me at Xavier, but she was there a week. She cried the whole week, and then her mother let her come back to Arkansas.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And she went to UAPB. Which is,
Okay.
nothing wrong with UAPB.
Okay. Oh, Nikki Giovanni.
Uh-huh.
Definitely one of my favorites. So I've always loved Black history, and so when I was trying to become a Delta, or once I finally became a Delta, I was just always so shocked by like the intersection of Black history and then the sorority, and it was just so super intriguing, like just some of the cross connections just between Delta history and Black history, or even
people. I shouldn't say people, but there's a big group of people who are against that whole town of 10th thing. But the truth of the matter is, a lot of people who go to universities are the ones who are going to make things happen.
I agree, and it's always so interesting to me to think about how young they were. Like the founders of like our organizations, like to think how young they were.
They're in college. They had to be young.
I mean, but it's just amazing, like the legacy and longevity. I will say one.
Oh, you mean that it lasts so long?
Yeah. I mean, some of it's in a bastardized form now, but the fact that the legacy kind of.
You're right. I mean, I always tell people, look, you think you're all this, your chapter's all that, and May's like being tough and all that stuff. But I said, all that dumb stuff that people do on colleges, making people kneel and crawl across grass and jump off bridges. That's not the thing that bonds all of us. There's only one thing that bonds all of us, and that's whatever ritual you have at the end. Everything else is just something some guy made up one day and said, "Hey, let's make them do something really stupid." And women are just like men; they can be rough.
I don't know about that.
What? That's not.
I don't think it quite happened. Like somebody just was like, "Ooh, let's just make up this arbitrary thing." Like,
are you kidding?
A lot of it has like.
Maze was like, "I was the king of making up things."
But a lot of it has like.
No.
Like.
No, I'm not talking about things that have meaning. I'm talking about just the stupid
dumb
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think
you jump off the bed, I'll hit you with a rubber bat. What do you think?
But
that kind of stuff.
But stuff like that probably had like a meaning.
Yeah, it was like, "Hey man, I'm drunk. What you want to do?" Let's hit him with a rubber bat.
When it comes to like the idea of like you gotta go through something to earn these letters and do you think that
well, I'm guessing
that's like
everybody has what I'll call a shrine day, right? Where you go and you gotta go and you gotta know certain information, and if you don't, there's pretty much a punishment for it, right?
Don't be telling too much, Todd. What you
Man, do you think I'm telling something everybody don't know? The people who don't know are the people who never went to college and never watched a movie ever in their life. They just don't know what you do while you're there.
I always found it pretty fascinating to look at Black Greek letter organizations and like secret societies in the larger context of like secret societies and rituals and things, and it's just like this is deep. This is super deep. At some point I was reading, I was like, I don't know, I don't like the way this reads. I don't know about this. This looks like it's a little bit this look a little
yeah. I get you.
Word. I'm just like, I don't know about this little passage. I don't know. It's like you gotta take some of it. Some of it you better leave it right where it's at.
I think you're right, especially with secret societies, because you're not always sure what secrets the founders were trying to keep. Like, what the hell?
And then this is like, do I really want to know this? Yeah. You know how like stuff, like they always got to start their own stuff, and that's reverse racism.
That's a simple answer to that, because white people see everything.
I always try to be conscious of like when black orgs make this stuff up, it came from somewhere. And so, the origins of it, I don't quite know. I don't know, Todd.
Well, I can tell you the alphas, who happen to be the first.
Technically,
you're gonna say the Boule?
Technically,
no, the Boule's not truly. It wasn't truly a fraternity, though. I don't care what anybody says.
Okay, that was some talented Tim stuff.
Yeah, I mean they could use a Greek name, but they didn't do anything that was like any Greek organization. But so either way, the reason that the fraternity started, I mean, Alpha Phi Alpha, that is.
When y'all a study club?
It started out that way. The whole point was what they realized is the white guys were getting together and sharing information and helping each other, but there was no way of they were going to let any black people involved. So the black people had to get together and do it themselves, and then they're like, well, let's make this into a Greek organization, and that's what they did. But it comes from being left out again, and not being able to share in the wealth of everything else, which in this case is information.
Y'all started with seven members.
We have 7 jewels.
7. Okay. Yeah.
It's a little more complicated than that.
I was wondering, like, when did they even start letting black people go to Cornell University anyway? Like, how y'all?
There were black people that went to some of these schools, but not in any numbers. just like now.
I'm really curious. Like,
yeah, you missed when Mr. Higginbottom was here. He went to Wisconsin.
Okay.
What's that? And he was saying when he went to Wisconsin, and I think he graduated. What I forgot he said, 1960.
Whoa.
He said there was 19,000 students, and 900 of them were black. Now he's on the board of trustees. There's like 40,000 students, and like 1,900 of them are black.
Basically,
900 are black.
About the same ratio.
Right,
huh?
right. Nothing's changed. Right. Basically, yeah. Nothing's really changed.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Do you think that since
Retention is the hardest thing.
Since Kamala went to Howard, that a vice presidency would bolster HBCUs?
I think so. That. I've learned through life that there is something to having something big happen where people start to recognize, then they start sending money.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
The Pope came to Xavier. They probably spent $500,000 or more on the campus.
Like beautification?
Yeah.
Whoa. Xavier's
I mean,
Catholic?
they literally.
Xavier's Catholic?
Yeah.
Oh.
Our gym was called the barn because it looked like a barn. I mean, it was wood. They literally put brick all around it.
And just still to this day.
That's got to be $100,000, I bet, by itself.
Wow.
You know, to put brick around a house in Chicago, maybe I don't know, maybe 15, 20 years ago, that was like $40,000.
And look, it's a market for those. They call them old Chicago bricks. You know what I'm talking about?
Bungalows.
Is that where they save those bricks from? No, it's like bricks.
Chicago brick.
It's called. You ever heard of the Chicago brick?
No.
You should look that up.
But Chicago bungalows is what we're famous for.
It's this thing called Chicago brick. So you got these people, not these people, but when you like tear down a house in Chicago and they got that Chicago brick, people from across the country trying to buy this type of brick.
No, they literally sell those bricks to like foreign countries. Like
the bricks.
Germany was taking them. But yeah, but I'm telling you, the bungalow is what makes Chicago Chicago, and they're all made of Chicago bricks.
Ah, okay. You're part of that association, the Bungalow Association?
I am.
Called? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Chicago bungalows.
Probably the best thing about it is they will give you ideas on how to renovate your bungalow.
And like some funding. Like, can't you get like weatherization done and?
Yeah, you can do certain things.
I looked that up. I said I should have got a bungalow.
I'm happy to say I'm not in that salary category for. I never ask for anything free because I know we make too much. They usually maybe it's like $65,000 a household or something, but once you get past that, you ain't getting nothing.
And really, at 65, if that's for a one household, a single income, that really ain't
single,
much.
Yeah, right. I was thinking of a family.
Oh, okay. I still said that wasn't a lot for one person. I think to be comfortable in Chicago, to be comfortable, if you want to own property, I would say you probably need a good
account number
80, 90 G's a year.
There's a study that says, and it was a USA study, so it kind of threw everybody in. That says that if you make $80,000 a year, you can be comfortable in just about anywhere in America. $80,000. But they weren't talking about a household. I think they were talking about a single individual. So with that, you can pay for your house, you'll have health care, and you can take a 2-week vacation.
I understand you'd like to speak to an agent. Information from you to better service your call. Let's try this again.
You know, the median income in Illinois, I can't remember exactly. It's somewhere between 52 and 55,000.
You said it's about what, 80?
No, about 52 and 55,000.
No.
Depends on where you live.
Now,
what's the cost of living in Pembroke?
Low, much lower. But the poverty is, extreme poverty. You got people who don't even have plumbing.
52,000, you're doing all right.